What is going on, everyone? Motorsports Almanac Live, episode number 28 here, August 27th, heading into the month of September. Why we're winding down seasons all over the place in the motorsports world, pulling seasons slowly going downhill, but we've still got a lot of hooks left to go that aren't necessarily for points going into the fall, and heck, there's one in the winter.
Yeah, we're hitting the tail end of the season here. Championship is wrapping up. Some have already wrapped up on PPL and NTPA side for pulling. Harvest is getting close. I will say that for both of us. We both know what that's like.
I was gonna say, buddy, the harvest is it's here for us. We started last Wednesday. Brothers out in the field shelling corn now. Hope all the farmers that are watching us have a great harvest and a safe harvest on top of that. But man, what a weekend for action it was, for just news all over the place in motorsports. You went to Highland, Wisconsin. I went to Shy Diesel Extravaganza for the first time. Got to see ODSS again and got to see the Pro Pulling League there. First time I've ever been to Wagler Motorsports Park, even since they've had the shootout. Cannot say enough great things about the facility itself. There's a video we're going to have coming out that I shot. The camera, I'll tell you now, it's a little bouncy, but it's still, you get the full immersive effect of being there because you're going up through there and you hear the drag racing, but then you also hear the pulling track getting started as well. But yeah, we're going to have plenty of content coming from there. I mean, why we haven't done a show since Bowling Green either. We were both at Bowling Green. PDRA was in Thunder in the Valley for Bristol, Tennessee. And we have got our guest to announce for our September the 10th show. So stay tuned for that. But Wyatt, last time we were here, we were going into Bowling Green. Like, it was literally that weekend. Just let's start right there. I mean, we both competed. Wherever you want to start on that one.
I guess we can just start from the weekend in general. I mean, Bowling Green is Bowling Green. I think anybody can attest to that. It's a party with a pull at it. Let's just be blunt. There's a lot of people there for the partying aspect, and us pullers there were there for both. I know you fared a little bit better than we did. Normal, I'll tell you straight up, it's normal Bowling Green afternoon track. It's going to be good early and crap later on. I mean,
yeah,
it's nothing against the track crew. The track crew does a great job, but just the dirt. It's all it is.
I mean, you and I were talking the whole time, and I mean, I was bugging your head off like, dude, I don't want to be second hook on Friday. But it shook out for me okay. Saturday went even better. I was a little bit further in mid-pack in the class, but man, it was a lot of fun. Bowling Green also had a different feel to it this time. I don't know what it was, but I mean, it felt different in a weirder way.
Yeah,
It's still Bowling Green.
It's still Bowling Green, but I think the whole entire vibe of the place just had a different feel to it.
Yeah.
And it's nothing that has to do with the off-track opportunities or anything that goes. It's more or less it's the first year with the new pan sleds. And I think that was I've read through Facebook comments and talked to different people asking about what we think about those sleds. And I've read through the comments, all this. They were, in my opinion, the biggest game changer of Bowling Green this year because everybody knew they were going to have to hook to them. Last year, we had the red one, which that was one track, and it stayed on one track the entire weekend.
Yeah.
But they also had the green sled last year, or I should say the older version of the purple one, not the new one. Yeah. This year, we had the new one. So the track is the track, and everybody's got to pull on it. That sled is the biggest track changer, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you straight up, man. I mean, driving it, that purple one hits a little harder than the red one does.
Oh, yeah.
And how it's set, but I was going down through there, and all of a sudden I just jerked forward in my seat, and I was like, oh, okay, you're back there.
I think the other pullers can agree to that, too. I mean, it wasn't the track itself. It's that sled. It smacks you.
Yeah. The red one, though, I mean, the red one to me feels like the other one does. Feels like the older pan styles. I don't know what they've changed between the red and the purple one, but
I think
more fun looking to them either way. It was a lot of fun there. I mean,
I think the difference between the two is that the red one has been hooked a lot more. I mean, it debuted at Farley in 23, so it's had all year last year to run. It ran both times at Louisville, and then it's run all the way up till this year, and they debuted the new purple one in Toma.
Yeah.
So it had a lot less hooks on it than the red one has.
Yeah.
So
we saw quite a few resets too. Which track had more resets on it? Was it I think the purple one had more resets than the red one, didn't it? Or am I?
There was resets all around.
Yeah, I mean, rain played into it too. I mean, goodness. I mean, Thursday night, I think they had 5 or 6 to go in Light Super, and then the sprinkle kind of happened, and it got wet and slippery. So they just called it. 2/3 of the class was done, what have you, and they said that $10,000 and the ring were up for grabs on Saturday, and then whatever in the world happened with that, whatever's going on, I'm not even gonna get into it. I don't want to speculate what it is, but it is what it is.
I think it's more or less just the weight of the light supers being 6,300 pounds. If it's a super farm or if it's a diesel truck or if it's a pro stock class, I think they're going to keep running. If it's light super or the light weights on down, they're done. I mean, there's no hitch weight to them. Like Brent Payne was the last one to go. That tractor is so light, and with those new Mitas tires on it, with no bar on them, it wasn't going to go. And the rain kept getting harder and harder at that time. It's like it's going to turn into grease.
Yeah. Man, the tracks were really good though all weekend long, pretty consistent. I mean, you had to have your setup right, and you had to have your crap together to be able to go. And I mean, Bowling Green did what Bowling Green does.
I think Friday night was one of the better shows I've ever seen in Bowling Green this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I don't know though. You and I kind of had fun with the super stock on Saturday.
My God. No, yeah. I think Friday night, just with everything that went with whether it's pro stocks, four-wheel drive, semis, whatever have you. I mean, both tracks that night were great. Rain played an effect on Saturday in both sessions, so natural.
We only had 4 left in our class. Like we could just get through 4 more to get a complete class out of it, but
it was going to take that long to redo the track for those guys to run. And does it make a completely new track where those guys are just going to shoot out there?
Yeah, exactly.
I think they made the right call, but a lot of the people are going to speculate and say it wasn't the right call. But
but I mean, a huge congratulations. I mean, we'd be here half the show trying to congratulate everybody that won rings there in Bowling Green. Congratulations to every one of y'all. You guys had great runs and can't wait to go back next year.
Mm-hmm. Whether in what situation it is, ready to go back. And honestly, I'm almost ready for this season to be done. How ours has went.
Yeah, you and I talked about that a little bit.
Yeah. Bowling Green played better for you than it did us. We had our tractor balanced well, just hook position wasn't there.
Yeah. I was really happy to be back in the seat again, man. And I'd never pulled in that South track on Saturday, and man, it worked out for me a little bit better than it did on Friday. So anyway, after that, man, we were off for a week after that, right?
Well, we went Bowling Green. I went straight to Highland.
Well, yeah, okay. That means so Shad was this past week. I thought there might have been a week in between, but we had a new pro stock debut in Highland, and I'm pulling it up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We were not expecting this one to be there at all.
New version of it.
Yeah, still 8R sheet metal though.
Still 8R sheet metal.
Yeah, the Wildlands brought out Die Hard Deer.
Now the difference. This is the brand new Engler. Zoom in on it a little bit because there are some subtle differences with it. It is a new Engler chassis. It actually has the 8R fenders on it.
I can't go any further than that. So
right, yep. As you can see, it's got the 8R fenders on it. The old one did not. It's got new lower sheet metal. Other than that, you really can't tell much difference. But no, it's almost entirely a new tractor.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I think it looks a little even cleaner than the last one did. It really does.
Yeah,
Now,
I believe he sits also a little higher in the
yeah.
seat in the location here too.
Now, Die Hard Deer that was a pro, it hasn't been made public where it went, correct?
Not public, but
We know.
the certain of us who know, we know where it went.
Yeah, it's gonna stay where in Wisconsin. We'll put it that way.
Yep. So yeah, so that was one pro that debuted. Oh, and the one
I'm
pro
going.
we did say debuted or was gonna re-debut at Bowling Green, debut or come back out.
Yes, it did. Camille, man, I felt so bad for her on Friday, man. She was rolling up to the line on the North Track. I mean, she had the throttle all the way open, and just something with the bearing. I can't remember if it was the bearing in the clutch, maybe something in there.
Raw bearing.
Yeah, that one. I couldn't remember the name of it off my head for nothing, but it was messed up, and they had to work on it and got it put back together for Saturday. And she went down the track.
Let's just say Camille had her hands full the entire weekend because they debuted a new Splinter as well.
Yeah. So now, whenever they did the swap for the board chassis and them sending the mini rod or the light mod over here, they sent, was it 2 chassis over?
So one was the new Bobcat that Leichner's running with
Right.
the team. One is made public by Chad Mayhill. Chad Mayhill's got one of them. This is the one they have is a board chassis, but it's been sitting in their shop for a couple of years.
Oh, so this one, okay.
It's been over here. And then one is the Crazy Horse mini rod that was with Cullens with Dr. Dirt in the same trailer that weekend.
Right.
So,
but
Camille
is back.
I'm going to give kudos to Camille because never driving a pro stock before and having the trouble they did coming back Saturday, at least she got the feel of a clutch. And then getting thrown on the new Mini too. I mean, I think she did a great job for first couple passes that on them.
She's gonna figure it out pretty quick. I mean, I think you and I both know that all too well. But yeah, Mick brought debuted new look for shock treatment as well.
Yeah, Brent said crazy horse that was in Colin's trailer was the old Bobcat Jr. that Leichner's had last year's.
Okay.
And then Stan, and this is on pull off too. Stan has the Preparation H50 motor for sale.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, apparently that tractor was supposed to run 5.0 this year before Shelton's bought it, which I thought was really interesting. But yeah, man, this is the new shock treatment, and man, oh man, did it come out nice.
I think Mick and Christine can attest to this. There was some bad juju with the last one.
Yeah. I flat out asked Mick, I said, okay, I said, how do you come up with these? I said, do you just get bored sitting around? He said, yeah, sometimes I do. He said, sometimes I'll just get bored and just come up with something new. And he said, this is what came to mind this time. But man, it came out great. And I'm not a big green guy, but I'm okay with this one. It looks awesome.
I believe Christine picked out the colors for this one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and you guys see up here in the corner too. Can't say big enough thanks to them. Race Wraps for everything they've done for us. If you guys have any shirts or decals you need printed up, so
Race Wraps for all your T-shirt and wrap needs. Go to Mick and Christine Button.
Yeah, absolutely. Burkholz, he said, I got the scoop from Ruse as to why Preparation H is legal. An Australian version called the AW7 was so that's the Australian version of it. Okay,
right, but if you read in the rule book, there is a date. Colin, you can attest to this, or you can spill some more information. There's a rule on what year is the limit that they can have on a tractor. It has to be a certain year in the newer.
Right.
So that's why that tractor is still legal.
Yeah, exactly. Just do a little quick cleanup before we continue on with where we've been over the past couple of weekends. Some pulls coming up. Track and Holes Hours, Pro Pulling League next weekend, September 6th and 7th. Guys, if we get 15 or more in a class, it's $4,000 to win per day. And then you're going to have $3,000 going to the combined winner. And I already got confirmation Tony McDonald's coming from up north. Dean Halicki says he's coming. White, you told me a couple others. Who else is coming?
I was talking to Ray Heron with right
Red
here in
High
Red
School?
Express 4-1. He said Jordan and Alex have plans to go down and take Red Express down, with possibility of a couple more Badger State guys if all cards play out.
Yeah, that'd be
So
great.
that's the weekend of sandwich. So I would suspect that guys I don't have a hook that weekend because Badger State's off next week and this week as well. So
yeah. So that's going to leave open the door. Put the class. We've got, let's see, mini rods are going to be there. Big 10,000 pound pros are going to be there. 5.0 pros are going to be there. I'm expecting there to be a pretty good turnout. Light limited supers. Now, this was one that I had learned a little bit about over the weekend. There's some Kentucky boys that are coming. I think Shingletons are 2 of them. I think Lindsey Moore might be another. I talked to the Wrights earlier this week. They may be coming depending on how harvest shakes out for them. But yeah, man, that would be a lot of fun to see Shingletons and Autos and Lindsey Moore and the Wrights and all those guys go up against each other to go outdoors for once and not be running indoors. It's gonna be great. Got 85 limited pros and 4-1 limited pros there too. I don't know if I said those. But yeah, Track and Holes Hours, me and Eli Lisk will be on the mic for that one. That'll be a lot of fun. You're going to Sandwich next week.
I'm going to Sandwich, finish up the Grand National season there. Park next to Craig Ladwig at Highland there. The Fent will be there.
Yeah.
Craig is handing the keys over to Glenn, his right-hand man, going to drive it because Craig will be cheering on his son to play these guys, Iowa State that weekend. So Craig's letting Glenn in the seat.
Yeah, some other ones we've got coming up. Weeklands with Full Bore Productions, Make-A-Wish Pull. Super cool to get to partner with them and kind of help them promote their event. That event caught my attention last year with the turnout that they had just in the Light Pro Super Farm class. I think him and I were talking at Bowling Green, and he said they had like 30 entries just between that class alone. But this pool is a lot of fun, and it's for a good cause with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's October 5th and the 6th. And then another one that's close to me, the David Bewley Memorial, October 5th in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. You can see all the classes there. That was a lot of fun last year. I went as a spectator last year, but this time I will definitely be going. I should be going with the tractor. I don't want to say definitely. I'll just say should, but read through some comments while we're here. Mike Weekland's here. Good to see you, buddy. Jeff, I don't know for sure if I will be going to Lanesville, Indiana. I think I'm on call that weekend, actually. Bradley Sturgeon's here. Rick Hart, new bars versus old bars, probably. Yeah, more than likely. Justin Fulmer's here. Fulmer's here. Brent Yarn, as you said earlier. Colin's here. Their decals and crew shirts are the best. And yeah, Bradley, we just pulled up the David Bewley Memorial pull flyer. And Justin Fulmer, the Buck Motorsports Park, September 13th and 14th. That's an iconic pulling venue. I want to go there one of these days.
It's going to be hard to see who goes there just based upon that weekend. For here is the Badger State wrap-up, as well as that's also the interview pull-off weekend. So,
yeah. All righty, man. Yeah, so as far as where I was at this weekend, I was at Shy Diesel Extravaganza, like I said, and got to see ODSS. Got there just in time for Cordova versus the Shy Diesel car. It was a lot of fun to see them go head-to-head with each other and then turn around and saw the Pro Mod class. I was standing there, and it was I believe it was the driver's wife. Forgive me for not remembering his name off the top of my head like that, but he came by, and we both felt a pop, and we both kind of looked at each other like, did that happen? I was like, yeah, I think so, and we looked on the track, didn't see anything, so everything was all good there, but man, that place was packed for the finals of the ODSS. That was a lot of fun to see them again. And then leading into the night, it was a lot of fun. The track was pretty good. Hot Farms led it off. 2 6s. They had a tractor track and a truck track. Never been to a pool that's done that before. That was a lot of fun to see. We'll have plenty of content coming from it. And you guys just saw some of the photos that we posted. He said, nice mud. That's awesome. Fitzsimmons, custom models. How many pools are you planning on going to this year? Oh man, I've still got
By
a
the way,
few.
there was somebody on the Shelton post that asked, "How do we keep everything straight?" And
Yeah, I
you,
meant to address that. That comment I kind of forgot about it, man. We're friends with a lot of good people and we're fortunate to be where we're at with it. I mean, all of you guys that are watching this, I mean, without you
also
guys, we can do it.
helps to have feet on the ground.
Yeah, we're literally all over the place. It feels like. Yeah, I'm actually going to get a chance to go kind of somewhere different here in. Let's see, I've still got a whole month left before I get to go out there. But I will be going to Benson, North Carolina, at Galot Motorsports Park for Full Port Productions USA East finale for the year. I'm going to Charlotte on vacation, so I'll shoot some NASCAR stuff while I'm there for people who care about NASCAR. And then, yeah, I'm going to finish out the weekend with them, get to see some guys run outdoors I don't ever get to see run. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. I've been to Benson before, but yeah, that's
Is
going to be
that
a lot.
the is that the weekend after the PRA is there for racing? You know,
I think it is. Yeah.
like it's in October.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Let
what
me look.
I'm
Let me double
figuring.
check.
That,
Yeah, it's the weekend after. Yeah.
okay, okay, yep.
Yeah. But
So
man, I watched some of the Thunder in the Valley with the PDRA. It was a lot of fun this past weekend, too.
Thunder Valley Throwdown.
Yeah. The scenery just by itself is absolutely beautiful in that place.
It's one of only 2 racetracks carved out of a mountain, and
Yeah.
one that's still going.
Yeah. Harris won Pro Boost for that one. In the Pro Nitrous finals, we had Tommy Franklin versus Jim Halsey.
Again,
Yeah. That was a lot of fun to watch. And then Amber Franklin won the Pro 632 class.
talking to different PRA members, it's kind of crazy the amount of crossover we actually do have between the polling world and drag racing world. I mean, we seen it earlier in the year with our World Series of Pro Mod show. Derek Ward actually started in polling before he ever started racing. So,
right,
I'd love with Tyler's mention of having a poll at a race weekend would actually be kind of cool. See how that would cross over. So I'm excited to see if that full turns because that'd be sweet.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Man, just so much stuff's going on, but yet we're still winding down to the end of the season, right?
Yeah,
I can't believe it's here already. This summer's flown by.
yeah. I mean, of course, we're going to still see guys coming out that haven't been out all year. I mean, Bowling Green, we've seen it. DeBrose debuted a new Super Side Diesel truck.
Yeah, I got to see it run there at Shides. He had a good run there.
Matt Holland with Tim Ammons' old chassis, new tractor, pro stock, glutton for punishment.
Yeah, somewhere around there, right?
Finally making it out. So
there's a bunch of components moving around on that one. He told me that they might be in Nashville. Depends on how things go. But we'll see. They're waiting on something to see if something else gets done.
Brent, Notorious.
I'm going to his page.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Notorious Tool Drive. I was thinking yeah. So if anybody hadn't seen, Brent posted that the old Notorious Lynn Super is now a light limited Super that come back out finally.
Yeah, man, it's a gorgeous piece too. I love the old look, the 48210 sheet metal on it. It looks awesome.
If you haven't already, for anybody that's watching, Hooked Up Polling Productions, Brent Yarn, one of our great friends. Yeah, glad he got to see that one and finally come back out because I've never gotten to see it run in person when it was a Super, but now I get to see it run as at least a polling tractor. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it really will. There was one more thing I wanted to show, and it was something that he had actually brought up. Oh, it was the semi. I can't find it now.
Oh, short leash. Yeah,
there it is. I found it. It's on here. Man, just so many things returning at one time. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. He told us whenever he still has the fire show hooked up to it. So it kind of makes you feel like a little kid all over again, which I totally agree with because my goodness, that
That
truck was probably my favorite truck whenever I was growing up as a little kid. I didn't get to see semis very often, but whenever I did, this one was always towards the top. It was a lot of fun.
seeing that truck right there and Prohibited, in my opinion, were the two trucks that made semi class explode to what it is now.
Yeah. Did you know that Maximus Prime's still running?
Yeah, they have two trucks.
Yeah, it's running on USA East's truck schedule. 466 Express got its first win in 5 years this weekend at Highland. Last win was when John Myers Sr. was driving. Man, it's been 5 years since that thing got in the winner's circle.
It was
right.
It was one of the coolest moments I've ever seen.
Oh, personally. I'm sure.
The very last tractor of the class, and they're leading the points. And
are they?
Yes, they are. And
okay.
Always in the top, and finally got a win after 5 years. I mean, I've never seen Lane Meyer that excited in my life. That kid is usually cool as a cucumber, and he just grinned from ear to ear, as jumping up and down as I've ever seen him.
Yeah. Well, Wyatt, it's been about half an hour. Do you think we ought to reveal our next guest for the September 10th show?
Well, answer this first question here, because we've discussed this before too.
Yeah, so I've actually got that on my calendar to do within the next 2 years, if not 3, to go to Maid's Power Weekend over there and check out, see what it's like. I really hope so. Really hope to soon.
That's definitely the bucket list pull out of the country for everybody that's over here. I know that the Kell family and Hans Boxler himself got to compete over there, and from stories,
so
it's something you need to have on your bucket list.
So you and I did geek out a little bit, peel back the curtain a little bit. We saw the announcers from over there whenever we were pulling the Super Stop back to the trailer after we got done running. They were all there in Bowling Green.
My question to Miles and Dan, if they're back there next year, make it your goal to get them in the winner's circle and do the cheer.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Greg
did it a little bit.
The one time they did it, I've never seen a crowd get up that quick for
I know. See, now that's just something that you only get at Bowling Green, though. That's one of the crazy things. Brittany Green, I'm trying to learn tractors. There are so many different classes. How do you keep up with them? It's different for us. We're born in it. So, I mean, it just comes natural to us of what's happening and what's going on, I guess, to be quite honest. I mean,
it helps when your friends are walking encyclopedias.
Yes, that's very true. Like this guy here, Brent Yarn, he's one of them. Cody's here too. He said I could chaperone Cody, I don't know who would be the chaperone on that one.
Let's be honest, we'd all geek out for a little bit just being over there.
Oh yeah, man. And I mean, Adam Drought's been over there. I mean, we've heard his stories, but I can't wait. It'll be a lot of fun if we finally get to go. That's for sure. I don't know what year for sure, but it's within the next 2 or 3. Before I turn 30, I'll put it that way.
Yeah. No, it's we've all heard that we want different motor combinations over here in the mod class. And it's a Hemi country that we're in, but to go over there and just experience it for once, the different combinations they do have would be just amazing. Because I want to pick the heads of a couple guys that are running EFI, different self-built Pro Charger systems, running blowers on Rover Meteors, crap like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, Dylan Babel, I would love to make that trip. Yeah, Dylan Babel's got a hook coming up too. When is it? November 1st and 2nd, I think.
Yep.
And all the tractors you see here on the flyer, they're supposed to be going out there.
Dylan, if you want to make the trip, we might need to bring the Super.
Yeah.
Maybe. Possibly.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Be a good trip for Brent at GMS to go over there too, since it'd be one of his tractors as well over there too. that he works on.
Cody said, as chaperone, I would make sure you make it on site on your own. I will be gone with the camera. Haha. Oh, yeah. We're taking the camera too if we go. I promise you, I'm not going over there just for fun. I'm going over there to take some content, bring it back home.
I will try to be as fluent as I can in Dutch. So,
yeah. I shouldn't say take content, but, just expand our content horizons. Maybe that's a better way to put it.
Yeah, Dylan, I think I have a couple super stock friends over there. I think we can make that happen.
Yeah.
Just saying. One of them, it's John Deere that they run, so possibly. So, yeah, but going back to that, who is the driver of Barry?
Now, okay, I need help with this one. So David Barry and them passed away many, many years ago. You will not unconvince me that Rogue Gear Plus is not the old chassis of it at the very least, because for a while around here, it still ran as a pro stock called the Sod Buster. Now, where it went after that, I have no idea. If anybody has any information on that, man, please tell us or tell me, DM me, text me something. I'm trying to find that tractor.
Yeah, we're always looking for different information, more information on
We've
stuff.
We've got enough encyclopedias watching this show. Somebody knows where it is.
Heck, we had a couple years search for the Screaming Demon until we finally found it.
Yeah, we did. We searched for at least 2 years.
Because we had the grandson of Jerry Van Dorby himself ask us where it went, and we finally got the answer for him. So
yeah, we did. It's in Iowa still, isn't it? Or is it
relatives
Missouri?
are from Iowa. The tractor's in Missouri.
Okay, gotcha. All right, man. Well, we're about halfway through the show here. I say we go ahead and reveal our next guest for the September the 10th show.
All right, we need.
I want everybody to put some guesses into the comment section first.
Well, the only hint I'm going to give you is he's human.
So descriptive. Brent Yard and David Barry. Yeah, he had Barry's Beast. Let me see if Mid-South's website still goes back that far. Well, all you guys are.
Dylan, Wayne Purser would be like you to help us on that.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, I don't have a way to contact him. Although he is definitely somebody that would be fun to interview, especially with what's coming up soon.
Within the near future. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see here. I can't find any pictures of the darn thing. I'm looking. Any more guesses coming in yet?
No. Guess away.
Yeah.
Motorsports. Just we've got
we're broadening it up a little bit. We're going drag racing.
Well, it's drag racing and polling.
Yes. Dylan says hey, Dylan. I'm down.
Yeah, Dylan. Also, we need to make a West Coast trip type thing where we get guys from out here to go out there. But you guys just need to return the favor next year. I'm not saying you're not going to. I'm not saying you're not going to bring the Super next year. I'm just saying in general, we need to.
Exactly. Who else have we got guessing in here? Okay, we'll get even more specific. We're going to the NHRA.
Well, yeah, that's the main drag racing world.
Well, I know, but still.
Justin, no.
But we're working.
But no, yeah, it's a no for now.
Yeah. Dylan said, yeah, Dylan, if that happens, yeah, we need to make that with all you guys happen. That'd be a lot. That'd be great.
He's got a busy weekend coming up this week, being it's U.S. Nationals week. After that,
I know he told me what his schedule was yesterday on the phone, and
yeah,
I wouldn't want to be him.
I'll give it another minute for people to guess.
Yeah, get them in, guys. I'm still looking for a picture of this tractor. I can't find it for nothing.
And Dylan, the information you told me at Bowling Green about new tractors coming out was kind of surprising to me, but not far off of what I was kind of thinking was going to happen.
Was there something that I missed?
I told you. John Force, no.
No.
Even though he's still recovering, we wish.
Yeah. Haven't been any new updates about him and his recovery either.
I'll say this: no updates right now is the good thing, because if there's any updates that would happen, I hope it just be good.
Yeah, Stan Shelton, Holly, nope, it's not Stan.
Wilkerson, no.
Ooh.
Even though he does have a machine shop that works on John Deere blocks.
I do like you guys giving me ideas, though. I like this, but someone's actually guessed it.
Yeah.
Freaking Dylan guessed it. Yeah, Dylan, you're right. Mr. Ned Walliser is going to be our guest on September the 10th here on Motorsports Almanac. Really, really excited to see him come on the show. This is more of a sit down, personal kind of look into what a day in the life of Ned Walliser looks like, because if it's anything like he told me it was yesterday, man, he's full play, especially with what he's doing now with WPI and everything. So, yeah, cannot wait to sit down with him. He's fortunate enough to just give us. We don't know how long it's going to go, however long he might be able to go. So, really looking forward to that. Colton, no, it's is Ned Walliser that is going to be our guest. What's up, Molly? And so, yeah, man, that's where we're heading down the road to.
Ned's going to shine a light more or less into his motorsports history, because knowing his family and his involvement right now with the NHRA, being head of operations, it's very extensive of what he knows.
Yeah, I mean, his knowledge is gonna. And here's the thing that I'm really excited to pick his brain about is, like, you think about all the sponsors that drag racing has. I feel like he's the person that's gonna know how that transitions over to pulling.
And I think it's a good thing too to talk with him about that, because of what's happened in the last couple of years. If anybody knows anything about NHRA, during the COVID stint, they had a very anticlimactic way of getting a sponsorship. They got Camping World in a pinch, but when the Mission Foods came on this past couple of years, I'd be interested to ask Ned what involvement he had with it, because Mission Foods is all on board with racing, and it might not just be drag racing from here on out.
Yeah, that'd be great. And another fun fact about him too, he actually had, I don't know if he owned it or if he just purely worked at it, but the National Farm Machinery Show shirts that my mom printed and ran at the booth for so many years there with Case IH, his company that he worked for or owned, I'm not really sure which one it was, but they were the ones who printed it. So,
and they sold out, and they had to print more. So his ideas, Ned's ideas and his mindset is one that we need on the pulling side, and one that we need to take ideas from on the drag racing side to the pulling world.
Yeah, I mean, it showed his commitment to it. I'll say that.
He is committed to pulling for the future, and it's exciting.
Yeah. Justin Fulmer, that's awesome. Listen to him on the Full Pull segment from Bowling Green. It was a very nice segment with him. Yeah, he's a great guy. Really excited to pick his brain and see what all happens.
I've had one interaction with the man personally, and it's been a very good one. So I'm excited to see what this brings. So 2 weeks from now, it'll be right after our season wrap up of Grand National. So that'll be kind of a good lean in.
Yeah, that'll be the day before my birthday too. So that'll be even better.
Yep. So Ned Walliser, everybody, coming on 2 weeks. So if you want to listen to some knowledge that could be very beneficial to us in the future, you're gonna want to listen.
Yeah, very, very intelligent. I mean, he's played a critical role in NHRA.
All right. We got any other polling news we want to go over before?
That's just what I was just sitting here thinking about. Like, I don't think so. I mean,
Let's not speak on it.
Okay. I was
All
gonna.
we're gonna say about the entire situation that happened at Shy Diesel Extravaganza is that pray for the people involved, and the only information that you need to listen to it must come from Wagon Motorsports Park themselves. So
Yeah.
keep everybody that was involved in your prayers. I know there's some good news that came out today, but keep them in your prayers and hopefully a fast road recovery ahead.
Absolutely. I'm still over here searching for the
Gosh, this is when we need Dan Mary, don't you know? If he had all the pictures in the world.
Yeah, I know. Brent, I figured he's still looking too. Let's see, got Molly. He's pulled a mod before too. Yeah. Lots of changes and new things coming in the future. Yeah, we'll be I highly doubt he hinted at any of what it could be, but
we already know some, and it's already shaking the tree a little bit.
Yeah. Absolutely right. I don't really know if anything else I have to touch on right now. Do you have anything off your head?
Not really. I mean,
it's just kind of that time of year.
It's that time of year. I mean, that's the we're wrapping up our season, and like I said, we went to Highland this past week, and we kind of brought a knife to a gunfight. We're only not intercooler tractor that ran the class, but taking the lead when we did, and then everybody running down our tracks as the track got better. It's like, yeah, wonder who you learned that. Wonder who you learned that one from.
You got intercoolered and you got a better track.
Shut up on the intercooler thing. The first went to the other side of the track. I moved it over, and then we took the lead, and everybody runs down our tracks.
Yeah.
So say what you want.
Williams dropping Sargent finally. I'll be honest, I'm not into the Formula One stuff, so I'm not 1,000% sure on that one.
Get him on. Have Cody speak his piece.
Yeah, Cody, if you want to talk about it real quick, you can, dude. We've got time. Not a lot of time, but we have some time.
We'll be fine.
I'll send him the link.
I'm going to speak on it for promotional reasons. I have to have a comment on what.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Oh, I know exactly what that's what we're talking about. That's funny. Brent said, check your messenger. Oh, we have a video.
The only thing I'm going to say about promotional wise this weekend is the Yankee Dirt Track Classic is coming up this weekend in Farley. $100,047 to win stock car.
Yeah.
This is the Notorious video you're speaking about.
Yeah, can I not make it full screen? Seriously? Oh wait, here it is. I got it.
Shout out Brent. Thanks for the video. It's like I said, it's great to see this thing back out and getting second on its first pass back.
Yep, no volume though.
That was fun on our side.
You want me to fix it?
You're good.
Wow, look at that thing go. It feels like it never left. Really. I wonder if they're going to be some of the ones that are coming down for Elizabethtown here in a few weeks.
I don't think you'll see any northern guys come to Elizabethtown because, like Brent told me earlier this week, Marshfield, Wisconsin is this weekend. It's not this weekend. The next week, Marshfield's the wrap up for WTPA and NTPA Region 3. Some of the classes.
Yeah, just going back over what we touched on at the very beginning of the show. Track at Holes hours next weekend, September 6th and the 7th. If we get more than 15 entries in every class, or if you have more than 15 entries in your class, I should say, it's $4,000 per day to win. And then $3,000 for the combined winner. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do that like they did for TPC.
Yeah. Probably golf style.
Yeah. And camping's available for that weekend too. I saw that on their page. Yep.
So
Cody's coming on. He just said, "Send me the link, and I'll come on and talk about it." So
this is one of our busier weeks in motorsports in general. Like I just said, Yankee Dirt Track's happening. That's XR Series Dirt Track.
I'm going to Murray, Kentucky, Mid-South Pullers.
Canton, Ohio is this weekend. The Schmucker County Poll or Dark County Fair.
That poll is always a good poll.
That poll would be awesome to go to.
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend, always Region 3's got Regional Wisconsin. I don't know if I'll be there for that one. And then, obviously, in the drag racing world, you can't talk about Labor Day weekend and talk about the U.S. Nationals.
Yeah, exactly. PDRA is off until October.
Right? Yes, the first week of October, they have Benson.
Yep. And then we've got World Finals coming up.
Yeah, World Finals will be, I believe, 2 weeks or weekend.
We've got Wasion, Ohio this weekend, too. Going to determine a mini rod championship there, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mini rod championship. Four-wheel drive championship is already pretty well wrapped up. Just got to bump the sled for the guy who's leading the points.
Mark's leading points again this time, isn't he?
He's got a full one-hook lead. Like, he's got a 30-point lead on Holman's, and Holman's have the most four-wheel drive championships out of anybody.
Yeah. What's up, Cody?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Long time no see, buddy. How's everything going?
Busy. Absolutely busy.
All right, so talk to us about a little bit about this Formula One stuff. You're the Formula One guru out of our whole group.
Yeah.
So you follow what about like I'm the one who follows NASCAR and IndyCar.
Yeah. So Logan Sargent, honestly, you can't even be arguable about like he is the worst driver on the paddock. Period. End of story. Like he will crash in like P1. It is terrible. And I feel so bad for everybody in the Williams. Like it's so bad. I don't know how else you talk about it, but it is terrible. So they brought in another driver. I'm kind of glad because it's one race after another, and it just becomes a joke at that point. And like I know he's a U.S. driver, but still, it's so sad to watch him. And like I know why you watch a little bit of it, but it's terrible. So I don't know how else you even like comment about it.
It's so hard.
The stuff that I've at least watched, I can agree with you. It's not good. It's not. I mean, on the NH, if I compare it to anything, I kind of thought the same thing was happening with Josh Hart on the NHRA side, but it's not even close. I mean, Josh Hart just had the tuner problem. This is just driver itself problem.
It is one mistake after another, and it's like stupid stuff. So I mean, like in free practice, like so for you guys that don't watch like Formula One, you have free practice 1, 2, and 3. And then you have qualifying. So you have qualifying 1, 2, and 3. And you have to like the top, you have to be out of the top bottom 10 or 5 to get into the Q2 and then like Q3. Like, and it's like he doesn't even make it there. Like he's the last of the grid all the time and he wrecks all the time. And there's a bunch of memes that go around from everywhere that talk about like the mechanics like, oh, I thought we were going to sleep tonight. Nope. Because we got to fix the car, but it is terrible. So yeah, I'm honestly happy for Williams to finally after summer break come back and say, okay, we're done. We're done. You need to leave. And I mean, I would love to see another American driver in there, but yeah. So, but anyhow, yeah, if we're going overseas, I will definitely chaperone. But once we get there, you're on your own. I'm off like a herd of butterflies.
The question is, but will we be able to find you?
Nope.
Have you seen the post?
I will be in the front of the mosh pit at the rave, going like this.
Yeah. Jeff Stith, he said, Shane, bring your super farm to the David Bewley pool, light pro and super farm combo.
All right. Yeah, okay. Can we stop combining classes?
Nah, you got to out there, dude.
Why?
Light Pro doesn't exist here.
Why? I mean, honestly, that's what makes it fun. You mix some classes together that run, and you have the ability to see like what does what. I
Yeah.
mean, look at Midwest Winter Nationals. Tucker's done a fantastic job at making all those weights and everything work. So, yep, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so you look at
Wow.
that and see how well that plays together, and then you look at some of those other events, and Tucker's made it
Take it
work.
from the guy that puts on his own show.
Nah. I mean, he runs in one. He's got his own story behind that, though. I'll let him tell that here in a few weeks. Oh, yeah, they're coming on the show. What time did I say that they were coming on? What did I tell you? The 24th?
Yeah, it's 24th. It's the show after Ned.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be on.
I'm not saying anything against the combo class that Tucker has. I'm talking about that one specifically. Light Pro and Super Farm, they're double our horsepower.
Oh, there will be more Super Farm. I'm
not saying that
show up.
But there's weight restrictions and some of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's
so it's
the standing still will show it though.
Right. But you take the same principle that Tucker's got in mixing classes together and add it to that, it could be the same thing. And I don't know their show, but I'm just saying like it works. Yeah. I mean, you weight restriction, horsepower, you joggle the two back and forth, and it'll work.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, they wouldn't keep doing it. So
I think it's just I think the only reason to do it, Shane, you might attest to this, it's the association itself.
Does the combo class?
Yeah, Battle of Bluegrass. I mean,
so Battle of Bluegrass, that Light Pro Super Farm combo class, because of where they are. So Battle of Bluegrass typically runs between Central to Eastern Kentucky, right? Elizabethtown's really and truly the furthest west that they come in Kentucky. And as far as Light Pros go, I think, man, we have I want to say maybe 3 at the max. And based off where they go for with Super Farms, there's only 2 or 3 out there. So it only makes sense for them. They're not over here with us on the Mid-South side where we have 8 or 9, maybe almost a dozen every hook. So and for them, it makes sense. And I really don't know what Light Pro will show up. I think Canadian Miss would be one. I will be 100% honest. I've talked to Hayden Otto. If theirs gets done, he said he might make a hit there since they said that the Heart is getting done in Kentucky.
I want to know who's doing it, though.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Oh, new Deadpool truck debuted at Shides. Terry Biggs debuted in brand new Deadpool.
And he won.
Yeah, he did. But speaking about Tucker's show, Midwest Winter Nationals, as of right now, the plan is to go to Cloverdale, Indiana. Like he said the other night, Mike didn't have us back. That's fine. We found another venue to go to, and we are super excited. We shared that video on our live. All the info you need for the lot for going to that pool is in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be honest. I bet you I'm the one out of the whole crew has the shortest drive, though, as far as that goes. So
Tucker might have you beat.
No, him and I talked about it.
Adam Wilson will have you beat.
How far is he from there?
Can't be that far.
He lives in Indiana.
Okay. Indiana is a very long state, kind of like Illinois.
See? That's why I questioned it.
I don't know. I'm guessing Adam has a shortest drive, but
are you still coming out for that one?
We'll see.
Too far away.
It's a haul.
Like too far away to tell type of thing.
Yeah. Time wise, it's too far away to tell.
All right. Adam's got an hour drive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, it's an hour for
Adam and Tiff, they better be there because they have a short drive.
They could probably go home and sleep
an hour for me. So Chris, I fully expect Aces Wild to be there for 5-0 Pro then.
Yep. And that's the thing is like Tucker's gonna have more updates as it comes closer to time and entries and all that stuff. So it's not a here's the one the one live that we did and here's all the information. Like they're gonna have some updates as they get closer to it. I mean, we've still got some time left and for entries and all of that. So
I think
But-
he said he wanted to be able to have signups open by Labor Day, didn't he?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I've slept since then, man.
We all have.
I haven't.
This is why I need to write down everything so I make sure I don't mess
You
anything up.
couldn't read your own handwriting. It's okay.
That's fair. That's why I type everything, Cody.
So since we're bringing up other topics to talk about, how about Ida with her making her Top Fuel debut?
That debut was impressive.
That was getting the whole shot win. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying for a newer car and performing that well, that was
Yeah. I can agree with that, but I mean, as far as I mean, she's driven. It's not like she's new to the sport by any means, but
Right.
for her debut over here and getting a whole shot win, and you take everything else away, but that was a good debut
against the number one qualifier.
Yep. And then she went back to Hockenstein to. She didn't actually run, I don't think, in the 2023 championship car, but Hockenheim, I should say, not Stein. Hockenheim is a cool event. If you haven't looked at that, like they run Top Fuel at night. They have like fireworks and all this other stuff going on. Like it is cool to see that stuff happen. So that's another dragway that would be really cool to visit. Like if you can make it work. If you're overseas watching this, that's one to go to.
Yep. I've got just some of the class schedule at least pulled up from the live the other night. 1850 mini rods. He said those were newer class for this year for Midwest Runner Nationals, right? I think he said some of the 1850 guys had been coming and running with the other minis and had done pretty good.
Yep.
9,000 Pro Farms, 9,500 pound Hot Farm Flight 1. And all these numbers over here are how many will be in that class, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have that going on. I'm glad you said something because, I mean, everything's flying through my mind. Session 2, we're going to have the 1850 Mini Rod Finals, 8,500 pound Mod Turbo, 9,500 pound Super Farm. So there's a combo class there. 85 Limited Pro, 9,000 Pro Farm, 95 Pro Farm, 95 Hot Farm Flight 2, and King of 15 mile an hour finals will be on Thursday night. But yeah, man, it's going to be a good show again, just like always with the Tucker show. 1950 Econo Minis, 65 Light Limiteds, 8,000 pound Pro Street diesel trucks. Those are 2 6s, right?
The what? Sorry.
Pro Street diesels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
8,700 pound light Pro Stock Flight number 1. Always one of the most talked about classes going into Midwest Runner Nationals is the light pros. Components are going to be allowed this year. If any of them get ready.
Well, there is one running. Not saying it's running well, but it's running.
You saw Gopher this past weekend, didn't you?
Yes.
Made a good pass. Didn't get like third.
Yeah, but third as in on that track.
I got you. Let's see. Friday night. I have to be really careful how fast I click. 1950 Econo Mini Finals, 65 Light Limiteds, 8,000. Yeah, there's a 2.6 diesel finals. The Mod Turbo and Super Farm Finals, Light Pro Stock Flight number 2. So 18 and 18 is, let's see, 6 carries on 1.
36.
Yeah.
Math don't work.
Math is not mathing tonight for shame.
No, I do math all day. I'm good. 9,300 pound Super Farms. So for the guys that run the combo class with the Mod Turbos that make the finals, Tucker said, don't worry. Mod Turbos will be in Super Farm finals will be early in the night. Super Farms will be down later, so you have plenty of time to cool, re-ice, whatever you need to do. Everything there will be fine. 9,500 pound Hot Farm Flight number 4. 18 of 9,700 pound limited pros. And there's some bonuses going on there. I believe he said if you are from anywhere but Wisconsin, the 4-1s, you're going to get $1,000 for just making the finals, right? if I understood that
Yeah,
correctly.
anywhere but the north ones. Calling out the north people because we do good.
Hey, you're going to see an increase in Southern presence this time. I've already talked to several light limiteds that are going to go. Don't be surprised what shows up in 4-1 from down here. I'm really excited for that. I think we're going to really see a good battle there. Let's see. Saturday afternoon, 2,000 pound limited minis, 6,000 classic mod, 6,000 light limited. So they're brought back to 6,000 this year. I don't think they ran the 6,000 last year. Last year, I think it was like 6,250 or something like that. If I remember correctly.
Something like that.
Yeah. 8,000 limited pro diesel trucks. So that's 3 O's, 9,000 super farm finals, 9,000 limited pro stock, flight 1 and flight 2. So 9,000 limited pro stock is now that's the combo between light pro and limited pros, correct?
It's believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone help me out on that one. 12,000 pound farm stock finals. And then Saturday night, we obviously have all of these, the limited minis, the classic mods, light limiteds, 3 O's, 85 limited pro, light pro, limited pro, hot farm. I think super farms are missing off that list. Actually. 10,000 pound 5.0 pros. 12 of them will be allowed in this year. I think it's more of an open entry type of deal this year. And then Tucker said if they can get 5 or 6 semis to come, he said they'll have the semis again. So this year's not going to be any different than any other year, just a different place. It's still going to be all the same people, same announcers, same staff. Still going to be the same great show. And we're excited to be able to be a part of it.
My question to Brandon Bungars is, can he back up what he did last year with minimals and no resets?
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. That was incredible. As many classes as he went through, I think there was one that they really, really discussed it heavily, and then it proved to be the right decision. I can't remember what it was. I think it was one of the Flights of Flight Pro or something like that.
Yeah, but you got to realize, like, them guys take notes all year, every year long.
I know.
So they know exactly where they're at, and Brandon's fantastic at that.
Yeah.
You know, getting stuff nailed and getting stuff figured out. So they don't miss too many steps on sled settings on that side.
Yeah. For those of you that are just now tuning in too, I've already got a couple of texts about the announcement of who the guest is going to be. Our guest for the September 10th edition of Motorsports Almanac Live will be Ned Walliser from the NHRA and WPI. Super excited to have him on.
Yep.
Okay. Cody, what's next on your docket, buddy? I saw you were out shooting some jets this past weekend.
Yeah, that was some fun stuff. 6 years since they've had an air show at Offutt Air Force Base, so kind of tootled my way up there and shot some jets, and I've got several events to get through editing, and there's a couple client videos before I probably get to that, but I just got a message that said I might know of a said engine builder for a light pro in Kentucky that'll be there. So, but yeah, I honestly, I don't know. There's a few events coming up type of thing. One of the big ones is September 14th would be Brent Roberts. He has it's an outlaw show at Bedford, Iowa. That'll be kind of a close hometown hook for me. So that's one of the ones coming up for me. It's a fantastic event. Brittany, I would love to be at Wagler's. The problem is, like, it's a long drive, and
that time of the year is kind of rough.
It is, but the challenge is, like, you know, it's the dollars and cents start to add up when you start paying for a hotel and driving that far. So
yeah.
This year I've kind of stuck closer to home for a lot of events so I can make it home. So
yeah.
unless
I didn't.
unless there's extra funds in the boat, that's gonna sink.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see that they were going to do a fall shootout this year. There was a lot of rumors going around that they weren't going to,
Yeah, yeah,
but I
and
think
that's
I think the flyer I saw had $10,000 purse for 3.0 diesel trucks. Good lord!
They're going to
yeah.
have it, I think, but it just the racing at least. But the polling was just a to be determined based upon last year's entry list.
Yeah, as it was fair to do that too. I mean,
So how was the track this year? Because I know like in nothing
okay,
against in the past, but like I know that there's been a lot of complaints in the past about the track. How was the track this year, Shane?
so it didn't hold together completely, but it held better than from what videos I've seen before. Now you still
Well,
had loose dirt flying whenever they spun out and covering the tractors pretty heavily, but it
let,
wasn't bad. I've seen worse, way worse.
well, and let's consider like the dirt you're going to have there is different than you have in Georgia, where you can have a field of 32, 50 trucks and it folds back the same.
Yeah,
It's not the same type of dirt. So
yeah. I mean, the 4-1 class. I mean, I don't think the earlier Hook won it. I mean, it was towards the end of the class that won.
well, it wasn't like a bad hops and breaking a bunch of stuff
No,
like they had in the past. So that's what I'm happy to see. Like we've got it figured out. We've got something, moving forward because that's the
right.
way you learn. Like in the grand scheme of things, that's how things progress. That's how events get better.
Yeah,
That venue, I've been there for a fall event before, and it is fun to see the drag racing during the day and go see the pulling at night. That is a blast. So,
yeah.
um,
And I was telling everybody else too, whenever we first started the show, I've got a really cool video coming out. You can hear Charles over at the drag strip and you can hear them racing over there. But as I come up to the pulling track, you hear Dan Mayer come over and start the opening ceremonies for the pull too. It's really cool. The camera's a little bouncy, but it still doesn't take away from the atmosphere that you get to experience in the video itself. And I think it fully encompasses that place.
yeah, it's a neat venue. And honestly, I was talking to a promoter this weekend sometime and talking about like one of the cool things at Wagler's is at the end of the track, they don't have just jersey barriers. They don't have just like concrete blocks. They don't have just hay bales. They have a dirt pile, and then they have
Container.
containers, shipping containers for the fans to walk through to the other side. Like they are 100% protected at the end of the track. And that to me is like we want to take safety aspect to the maximum for everyone
Yeah.
that's going to the other side. And I appreciate that, and I really like that. So that's something that's unique to that track that I have never seen at any other track. And what Jeremy's got going on there, it's great, and I really like that
Yeah.
event.
Didn't get a chance to meet him while I was there, but I mean, obviously, he had a million things going on, but it's
He's
still
a,
really cool.
he's a busy guy.
I think, was it JC Wagler got her first win?
Really.
Yep.
Yeah, she
It was
did.
her debut, and got her win in the 590 class. Yep.
Sure did.
So yeah,
Yeah. If
there was
you
some good
guys,
stuff that happened out of the drag ship side. Justin Wagler's boy did some great things with their dragster. Dirty Diana was back. Jeremy's daughter won the 590 class. Yeah, so it was a fun event. So I'm
yeah, it really
jealous
was.
I didn't get to make it, but it was a good time.
Yeah. I mean, that was an event this year that I had on my bucket list, whether I took the tractor with me or not, I was going to be there for it. And I mean, I was really glad I did. It was only 2.5 hours from the house. I didn't realize it was that close.
Yeah, it's not far from your place.
No, not at all. But it
But
was a lot of fun, and I really hope to go back again. I don't know if I'll make the fall one, but
I won't call them out like hardcore, but like somebody needs to live stream that. You know who you are. If you're watching, you know who you are. Because like I'm waiting for that because that is one event of the year that like I want to see both sides. I want to see the drag strip and the pull-in side. So figure it out and let's go.
Hey, you never know who else is working on stuff though either.
No, get after it.
Oh, you know,
Come on,
all
old
the
son.
spare time. And all the spare time. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this one. This has been a lot of fun. The page has been getting new followers every single day. It's been a lot of fun, and we can't do this without you guys. Without y'all, it's not any fun for us to do. I mean, you guys allow us to do what we consider fun.
And put the next one on your calendar because I want to see a big crowd for that one.
Yeah, I want to see a record number for that one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, if you guys missed it, Ned Walser, very fortunate to grant us some time to be able to come on our show September the 10th. So can't wait for that one. Same time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And after that, Cody, you have anything you want to add? Good to see you back on here with us, man. It's been a long time.
No, I mean, just keep living.
Absolutely. Wyatt, you got anything else, buddy?
Um,
Oh, yeah, college football's back this weekend. Don't forget
Yeah,
about that one.
college is back, and yeah, no, I kind of want
Yeah.
to not do that.
Hey, man, Florida State's already took the L for the year. They're out of the playoffs. I'm calling it now.
All I can say is go State.
Yeah.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. And with
Bandwagon.
With that one, I am ending the show before I get all the hate comments coming my way. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you guys September the 10th.
See you guys.
See ya.